Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to visit the question again that's come up very recently in the community, particularly after people saw Alex Viada, who is a friend of mine, put up some stuff about this. Jamie Lewis and other people have talked about all of this recently again, and that is this idea of should powerlifters be doing any sort of bodybuilding training? Is it counterproductive? Is it beneficial? And I know I don't do a lot of it. I've started doing more again. I'm actually doing a lot more just high rep dips and chin-ups and stuff myself right now, and trying to throw in a few lateral raises and things here and there. But it kind of raises the question of, is it detrimental? And the answer is no, it's not necessarily detrimental, and in some cases, yeah, it can be beneficial. The thing to remember is that there are a couple of different components involved with you being a strength athlete or a power lifter or whatever, and that is this idea that, yeah, you do need specificity of training, absolutely, and it should always be the core of your training. You've got to get good and develop the motor skills on the lifts that you are going to do in competition. And oftentimes we do worry about excessive hypertrophy of muscles that may not actually be helping you with your lifts that much. And so sometimes that's a concern with the bodybuilding work, although we get back into the debate of you could always get leaner to compensate for that. And I think the point that Alex and a lot of other people like to make is that, well, what if those smaller muscles are your limiting factor? What if your triceps really are your limiting factor on your bench press? Could adding some extra meat to your triceps from doing a bunch of, bodybuilding type work, could that improve your bench? Yes. Is it going to push you out of your weight class? Probably not. And if it does, you'll lose half a pound of fat. And I think there's something to that argument, particularly for those who kind of want to do the best of both worlds. They want to take that power building type approach. I think it can be beneficial for people to incorporate some bodybuilding work. The only thing to be aware of is it just make sure it's not excessive. Make sure that the core of your training, the majority of your training, is geared around your specificity, particularly when you start getting closer to meets. But when you're more in the off season, if you do want to gain some size, you do want a bit more balance to your physique, it could very well be beneficial to do so. Just make sure that you're lean enough that you're not really coming out of your weight class. I think for me historically, because I haven't been lean enough, that's always been a fear, but now that I'm getting a lot leaner, I don't know, with me, if I'm going to drop in the lower weight classes, it probably won't kill me to add a couple pounds of muscle in the right spots here and there. Again, as long as I'm sure I can make weight and continue to get leaner and stay lean enough. And I think that for people who are the leaner type power lifter, the leaner type strength athlete, that they have a lot more leeway to do that sort of stuff, because at the end of the day, having extra muscle anywhere at the same body weight versus having some body fat and being at the same weight is still probably going to make you a better lifter. No one ever got a weaker bench press by having bigger triceps, or a weaker deadlift by having bigger hamstrings and traps. You just have to be realistic there, guys. So there's a lot of ways of looking at it, but overall I do think these guys who are talking about this are making some very good points, and they're probably right. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.